Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Origins to complete the playthrough as part of my 2024 marathon. Thanks for redeeming those, Dr. Darling. Strong bull, who is loved by truth, who sits at the right hand of Ma'ad, bull of rulers, great of strength, heavy of valors, lord of the two diadems, who protects Egypt, the subjugator of our adversaries, rich in years, mighty in victories. Ramesses, beloved of Amun, given life, your name will never fade. Thank you for the follow, Raki. Thanks for the welcome back. And Mita, thank you so much. How's things going? Lucinda, thank you so very much for the 35 months in a row. That's excellent. Thank you so very much for that, Lucinda. It's definitely appreciated. Good morning to you as well. I am, yeah, I'm going good. Yeah, going good. It's going to be bittersweet today because we'll be finishing this playthrough, but I'm going well. Things have been going good. How about yourself? Dr. Darling, you were out for 1 hour and you're not going out again before September. You don't like this weather. I do not blame you one bit at all. That is for sure. I did it again. The vacuum for the leap of faith is actually wider on that spot. In Mita, all good. Work is quiet, but outside is quite hot. Is it? Well, hopefully it can cool down. But I'm glad that your work is going well. Hey there, Shaky. Hope it's going good. Ouch. Alright, so for this final stream of the playthrough, I'm going to change Ezio, I'm going to change Bayek's outfit. And I'm going to change it to the hidden one. There we go. Okay, time to go back in here where we're up to. How many zombies would Rob Zombie rob if Rob Zombie could rob zombies? I don't know, Red Ginger Cat, but that would be a lot of zombies that were getting robbed. How's it going, Red Ginger? Thank you so very much for redeeming the Arnie impression. Shaky, have you ever done the leap of fail as a jumping attack off a cliff? I have, yeah. Yeah, I've done that before. Sometimes it actually works. Sometimes it doesn't. That's right, Lucinda. Yeah, we're starting Odyssey tomorrow. Starting the New Game Plus playthrough. I've been grinding off stream on that game, on the New Game Plus to get a little bit of XP and stuff. But not much though. I've only leveled up 2 times because you have to, get 1,000,000 XP for each level up now. Or at least where I'm up to. But yeah, we're starting that tomorrow. And then Friday, Alien Isolation. Shaky, it's so funny. It really is. It is funny when that happens. Red Ginger, you're okay. Just very hot here. How are you? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're going okay. The heat is one of those things where I hate it when it's really hot. But as for me, I'm going really good. I just got back from a break, and we're going to be finishing the playthrough of Origins in this stream.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck can't chuck any amount of wood because a woodchuck can't chuck wood, but if a woodchuck could chuck wood and a woodchuck would chuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Alright, so just to recap where we're up to. So, we're working on the King of Kings. The Pharaoh Ramesses stalks the land. The historian Tahemet has an ancient papyrus that holds the key to granting Egypt's greatest king his final rest. Another long dead but not forgotten walks the Black Land. Great Ramesses, the pharaoh who restored peace and prosperity to Egypt. The god who sired 100 children and lived for over 80 years. How can this king be driven back to his eternal rest? Tahemet has a papyrus, and Bayek must find the essences of the pharaoh's soul if he wants to banish the keeper of harmony and balance. So we're now inside of the Hebsed afterlife, and the next quest in that I'm going to be doing is I've already done the side quest follower or leader at the end of last stream. So we're going to go and do a Pharaoh's car. Dr. Darling, according to Google, 700 pounds is how much wood a woodchuck could chuck. That's a lot of... Thank you for the welcome back, Schiller. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome back to you as well. That's right, Red Ginger. Yeah, we are in our winter season, which is my favorite season. Don't get me wrong, though, like, it can get really cold and be annoying, but if it's a choice between that or being really hot and annoyed and can't concentrate and uncomfortable, I'd rather it be cold. No, Lucinda. Yeah, had 0. Yeah, I think that's what the culprit was. I just had it at too high of a resolution for the stream to handle the game or something. I don't know why. That's okay, Sheila. No trouble at all, dude. A Pharaoh's car. Bayek must find the Pharaoh's vital spark, his car, contained in a gem. Only then can he face Ramesses and deliver him from his eternal torment. It is time for the great Ramesses and Elector Vara to find true peace. Bayek must find the Pharaoh's car. Only with all the elements of the Pharaoh's soul can he complete the ritual to summon the Keeper of Harmony and Balance. Sheila, maybe it had something to do with it's not that optimized for the current gen. Quite possible. But yeah, this was the game that I first had audio issues with on the Xbox when I streamed it all those years ago.
Hang on.
The face of the god is open, revealed.
Whoa. Whoa. They will attack on sight here.
Hey! What? Going to kill you!
Elect of Ra, his servant bears down upon you. carries his yoke. Keen your blade, cupbearer.
There you are! Damn it!
What I'm going to do, there's a location in this afterlife where you can actually get a lot of shards of star materials for upgrading things with crafting.
Whoa.
Let's grab that while I think about it.
Whoa.
Welcome back in Mita. You're back, a little work meeting? Ah, no trouble at all. Welcome back. Not yet, Dr. Darling, no. The only thing I've done in this afterlife is the side quest, follower or leader.
What?
But we're getting closer to the point where we fight Ramesses.
You will pay, corpse! I'll have your guts out!
So for each looting of a Shards of Star, you get 2 in this Orion's crater.
Must die! What do you say? Hey, Slash. Hey, what?
Hey there, Spectrum, welcome.
That's weird.
Things are going really good, thank you.
Sandstorm coming.
How's things going with you today? Alright, so we've got 60 Shards of Star to work with. So we'll get the final upgrade for health. Now we've only got 30. Melee damage or stabilizer range damage. I'll increase range damage. There we go. Alright, now to continue the quest we're on.
Your video
Spectrum, you're doing well. Trying to keep cool. Iced coffee helps. Oh, very good. Absolutely. Anything you can do to help cool down. That's for sure. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Hazelnut this morning? Nice. That's cool. I haven't really had hazelnut flavor with much stuff, but I've had it with coffee, like hot coffee before, and liked it.
He sees the sapphire, the cerulean, the turquoise as stars. The dust veil lifted from his eyes. The cunning must feast upon their own tale.
And Mita, we're watching you waiting for you to restart the stream. You're watching videos about AC games. Someone was rating AC games fighting, and this one was on top 3. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the combat in this. The dodging can be a bit annoying sometimes though, because when you do it quickly, Bayek only has 3 dodge animations before you have to wait for a whole cooldown. But if you go boom, 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 try and get the timing a little bit right, you can sort of stop him from doing the other animations. But I do like how simplistic the combat is in this. Like, it's not overly complex. Listen to hazelnut. You love hazelnuts in general. Oh, cool. Yeah, I probably prefer salted cashews if I'm talking like, you know, what kind of like snack nuts and stuff. Spectrum, you don't like to eat roasted hazelnuts. You only like to hazelnut flavored creamer. Well, you do like to eat those Ferrero Rocher chocolates that have an actual hazelnut in them, but that's the exception. Oh, those are very, very good. I like those. Here we go. In the previous stream, I was talking about a reference to a quote from the movie Blade Runner. And they've actually done a reference to that, but they've changed words, of course. So it doesn't actually match 100%. Alright, so the original quote in the movie Blade Runner goes as this: "I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die." In this DLC we have "I've seen things, things that cannot be believed. Chariots aflame struck down by the bow of Orion. Imperishable stars dying eternally. And through it all, this frail world, held together by spider's silk, teetering on the edge of nothingness." Alright, so now we do this quest. A Pharaoh's Hemset. Bayek must release the deathless feathers, the Ba, from their unjust prison. At Ramesses' wife Nefertari's behest, Bayek performs a ritual to grant her husband peace. He must show the Ba of the Pharaoh's enemies compassion and free them from their prisons. Only then can the Pharaoh's fragmented soul be conjoined. Why can I not climb through, game? What? Just jump through. There we go. I hate that in games.
Thou perish not, thy car perishes not, for thou art mighty in your domain.
And Mita, same. You like the combat here more than in Valhalla, even though the combat in Valhalla is also fun and brutal. Yeah. What annoys me in that game is the stamina. That really, really annoys me. Like, I wish stamina was not a thing in Valhalla. Listen, you do like cashews, but they tend to be very salty. Too salty for you, but unsalted ones are good for you. Well, that's definitely fair too as well. But it is good that you can get the other variety, ones that are unsalted. Spectrum, you love cashews, one of your favorites along with macadamia nuts and peanuts. Oh, really cool. Yeah, I find that they're very, very, what I would say, more-ish, where you just want to have more and more and more. Indeed, Spectrum, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive Blade Runner connoisseur or anything, but that is one of those quotes that I was aware of. So when I first played this DLC and I saw that there, I was like, oh, that's like that quote from Blade Runner. Yeah, listen, you gotta love when that happens. Just something simple as a character going through a little jump, and they don't. And Mita, thank you so very much for giving a gift sub. That's very generous of you, thank you. And congratulations, Ada Duran, for getting the gift sub. That's really cool, and Mita, thank you so very much.
This area is off limits. That wind will raise the suns. The spoils of war. These are the bars of people taken captive during Ramesses' battles.
Merciful is he, his hem set freed, falling from the firmament unto the sand. Thou art become victorious, and filled every atom with thy beauty. Encompass the heaven, the earth, all things in thine arms. Cobalt stars in the Empyrean. Let thy imperishable car be seated. The bones of the Earth God quake. The two doors of the horizon are open. Its bolts slide, revealing him upon his firm throne.
Alright, and that is that quest done. Pharaohs Hemset. Alright, now it's time to face off against Ramses. The interesting
There
thing
is
about
no God,
this
no
this
God
dialogue
in the
was
stars
played 500
who
times
has
already.
not his companion
The
by his side.
way that they've
Shall
structured
I
this
be thy
DLC
companion?
is that this Ramesses that we're about to fight, you can actually literally do this after finishing the actual story of the DLC. So there was a quest called Blood in the Water, and I didn't actually finish it because if I finished it all the way through, it would actually reveal the end of who was actually behind the curse, and it opens up to the final kind of like confrontation thing, you know. So I didn't finish out the Blood in the Water quest. I just waited till I got to a certain point in it, and then after that point went off and did these other things. But I've structured it in a way to make it actually relate to each other and make sense in an order that makes sense.
To peace.
Thank you so much for the follow, Willful Bread. Thank you. And meets that this guy was one of the greatest rulers of ancient Egypt. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how accurate they did the info, but they were talking about how, you know, he lived for 80 years and had so many children over that time. You like how the game has depicted him? Nice. Alright, it's boss fight time.
The wind rises, and the sand... Bringer of peace, champion of Kadesh, face me. I bring you rest.
Ra grant you eternity with your beloved Bayek.
Such greatness. But did he achieve this alone?
There we go. Ramesses that is now at rest. In Meta, he ruled for 66 years or so, the sources say. He also built many of the greatest Egyptian monuments. That's definitely like a lot of years, you know, to be a ruler of a place and put all those things in motion. Yeah, pardon me, the music is so good, Lucinda. Love the music in these fights. Oh no, definitely not. No, I didn't do the DLCs with the torch-only challenge. Just the main game. Because it would definitely be a challenge to do it with. Especially, like, could you imagine doing this boss fight with a torch only? You never know, one day maybe. Thank you so much, Enmita, Lucinda, and Schiller for the GGs. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Schiller, what's your favorite afterworld in this DLC? I'd probably have to go with Aru, I would say. I also like the Duat as well. But I like all of them, but they're probably my top two favorites, I'd say. Dr. Darling, Ramesses had around 100 children. Imagine if he had more free time. Yeah, that's a lot. And me too, that would be so hard. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, like, because I start from scratch, like, for a challenge like that, I started from scratch as well. I didn't do a New Game Plus run for that. But yeah, it'd be insane to do it for the DLC. Lucinda, that's exactly why you were asking, because you thought the same thing. Oh yeah, like, that would be absolutely just, like, yeah. Shaky, you sent me a congratulatory song. Oh, excellent. Cool. Ah, the man in gauze, King Ramses. He's no Santa Claus. Huh. Yeah, I was wondering where that was from, Shaky. So it's from a cartoon you used to watch as a kid. Yeah, I don't have any memory of hearing about that before now, although I might have. But yeah, it didn't really seem familiar. Like, I listened to a bit of it. Courage the Cowardly Dog was the name of it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think I saw that before. Well, thanks for sending that through, Shaky. And Mita, it would turn into a Souls game. Oh, well and truly, like at that point with just the torch only. But I also did the torch only with Odyssey as well. And that was difficult, especially because I also did the cultists, but also the mythological stuff as well. So the next quest that I've got is Burnt Offerings. So we'll go out of this afterlife. And Burnt Offerings is this quest. Thanks, Shaky. Yeah, it's so funny the kinds of things in these games that you can do with the character in the loading screens, depending on what sort of like button combinations you press or how you move the character and stuff. Like doing fishtails.
Bata, Heritut. Heaven hath thy soul, earth hath thy body. Ranifer, forgive me. I could not protect your earthly form.
Yeah, in Mita feeling the rhythm while on the loading screen. Absolutely. In Valhalla, I like to do this slide move that you can just spam in the loading screen. And you can also do a combination with the flail of holding the button down in the loading screen that makes the flail swing above the head and also do the slide at the same time.
Have you come to bring me home? Tell Annen I will not leave my brother.
Annen did not send me. But these cliffs are not safe for a woman alone. There are bandits, soldiers.
Let them try and take me. It was one of those vultures who defiled Ranifer's tomb.
Something was taken.
He was taken. The tomb desecrated and the body stolen. And his amulet, the scarab I made to protect him.
I will find the Nekatiadets who did this.
His mastaba is at the top of the necropolis. But why would you help me?
Bayek. A man's car must not be trapped in these shallow sands.
So say the ancient songs. I am Raya. I will return to the village. Find me there.
Burnt offerings. Not content with disturbing the sleep of kings, the thieves desecrate the tombs of common people. Bayek helps a young woman seeking justice for her brother. Desecration is rife in Thebes. The tombs of the kings and queens of Egypt are all but empty, and their treasures cluttering the market stalls of Thebes. This is terrible enough, but when the ordinary people of Egypt can find no peace in death, Bayek takes it upon himself to help assist to bring justice to the sacrilegious thieves.
They have plundered the tombs of the Pharaohs, and now they disturb our brothers and sons. They took a hammer to the wall. No one would hear them this far from the village. A blacksmith's mark. An A within a sphere. The blacksmith in Set Ma'at. Could he be the A on the hammer's handle? What they did not steal, they destroyed. Ranifer was an embalmer. He prepared the dead for the Duat. A few ceremonial wrappings. They took the bodies. But where?
In Mita, that quest in the base game with that lady that wants to jump from the cliff is very meaningful. You missed it when you played the game and only discovered after you were done with both DLCs. Oh yeah, that quest is easy to miss as well, unless you're actually exploring out that way. But that was such a great quest too. I like how you can actually find her after the quest is done, and she's actually in like she's doing the singing or the poetry reading. But yeah, I must admit that was a quest that I didn't pick up on for a couple of playthroughs, and I was like, oh, didn't realize this existed. Hey there, Willful. This is such a chill playthrough, you love it. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you do. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know. We're almost through the game, and then in tomorrow's stream I'll be starting my playthrough of Odyssey. And yeah, after this game's done, including Odyssey, there'll be 3 left in the marathon. Shaky, didn't they have a guy jump from a cliff in the start of Valhalla too? Yeah, I think... I remember there was this dude who wanted you to throw his belongings down the mountain, and then he decided to jump off. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one that you're referring to, Shaky. And me to that guy wanted to die. That's true. Yeah, that's the one, Lucinda. The very first Valhalla side quest. That's right. What a great introduction to the side quest in that game.
Raya, I was looking for the blacksmith.
He is in chains on his way to the fort.
Why would they arrest him?
I ran down from the dunes to tell him of your kindness and found the edict. But you also came looking for my husband?
A hammer was used to break the walls of your brother's tomb.
The handle. This is... Annen's mark. You think he... Never. Ranafar was my only blood.
Then why take an innocent man?
You are not a calf, Bayek. Guileless at the teat. The soldiers care only for their own pleasures.
And they rob our ancestors to do it. I will find the truth of this, Raya.
Amun lead you to it, Bayek.
The soldiers arrested the blacksmith. Took him to their camp in the Valley of the Kings.
That's right, Lucinda, yeah. Yeah, they call them world events in Valhalla. Some of them were good, but I felt there were some things lacking in them. And Meet, you remember doing another quest at the start of Valhalla? You discovered the Dranger, and it was a tough fight because you were low level. Oh yeah, one of the lost Drangers. Which is funny, because that's, I like how they refer to them as that, because when Valhalla was first announced, I was wondering, I wonder if they'll do a reference to the video games The Lost Vikings. I don't know if that was intended or not, but yeah, The Lost Drangers, which is another word for Vikings, I think.
Halt the enemy! I must push on!
Some of them were quite weird and stupid, but some of those were fun. Oh yeah, I love the Smack My Bishop, that quest, which was a reference to the Prodigy song.
This place is heavily guarded.
What? Something out there. Check it out.
Die, idiot! Hey.
Hang on. Hey!
Are you the blacksmith Arnen?
Whatever you need of me, Neb, I will trade for my freedom. A bold rescue from under the noses of those Greek shit-eaters. So what do you need of me?
Information. A hammer with your mark was used in a tomb robbing.
Thoth, cock. Perhaps because my tools were stolen by those dung beetles hiding in the cliffs. But you look like a man who could scare the bull from his cow. Come, let us get back what is mine.
Wait. They have taken more than your tools. They have taken the dead. Your kin, Ranofer.
I will wear their testes as a necklace.
Return to your wife. I will go. She cannot lose both her men.
You're right. Make them piss themselves before Osiris.
They do not fear the gods. They will fear me.
I love that line. They do not fear the gods. They will fear me. Listen, there were definitely some of them that were like, okay, I'll never get that time back. That is true. Yeah, it's... I don't know. Like, I feel they were trying to be too over the top with some of them as well. You forgot about that? Yeah. It's funny, the two brothers who think they're like Eva and what's the other name? Uber. They've even got the same hairstyles as both of them. I can't help but feel that was partly inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the stranger missions that involves twins. In Mita, there's also that guy who thinks he's a king and also has his own kingdom. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I should not be seen in this area.
Hey, hold on!
This is monstrous. Burning the bodies to get to the treasures. It will break Raya's heart to know his fate. But I should return the amulet.
Hang on. Time is up! Hey! One, take you!
In Mita, there are two. One is in England and another one is in Norway, but the one in Norway has just lost his mind. He's gone cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Back in one piece, huh? Made those cockless dogs answer to the ram god.
I found the bandits, but I could not save your brother's earthly form, Raya.
Thank you. Any more was too much to hope for.
Yeah, the amulet.
No. It was for him to aid his passage in the Duat. Keep it. Perhaps it can protect you.
The Way of Hearts will not punish him for the crimes of others, Raya.
We will see him again in the Eternal Fields, my wife.
This gives me comfort. Emhotep, Bayek.
Semu! Yeren!
In Mita, the one in England is funny because he says that you can't beat him, so you have to beat him 3 times, and then he finally gives up. A Sister's Vow. Bayek wants to return Ranifer's amulet to join him in the Duat. Ranifer's body could not be saved from the desecrators who burned the mummies from the necropolis of the nobles. but at least Bayek can return the amulet of protection fashioned for him by his sister Raya.
The guards here are vigilant.
Hey, what the? You die.
And Mitra, I guess they wanted to make a reference to one character in Witcher 3 that wants to fight for a stupid reason you're facing 3 times. That's right, yeah, the guy who wants to prove
We will
to the
sleep
woman...
again with the boy king when our duty to this land is done.
where he has that lady that he's like simping for or something.
Are you a thief? A desecrator?
Do you steal from the dead? The gods?
Gorge on food, drunken, debauched?
Where the hooded eyes of lust?
That's right, Enmita. Welcome to hell, in a sense. That's true. The Duat. May you walk the land of the Duat. Dr. Darling, this is your favorite Afterlife part? Oh, cool. Yeah, I like the color scheme. I like the atmosphere of it as well. Well, screw that. All four are nice. True. That is true. Yeah, I like all of them as well.
Are you Raya's brother, Ranofer?
Did I know you when I lived, Seni?
Your sister made you this amulet. It was stolen from you in life. I come to return it.
Anubis granted you passage? So my sister's offering would protect me even here? My words are feeble for such a gift.
Stay well and strong under the radiant lights, Ranofer.
Listen, this is cool that it gives you a visual idea representation of what the Duat is. Like most cultural stuff, you had no idea what any of this stuff meant and could only guess based on context, just like Valhalla and Odyssey. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what they used as inspiration for how something like the Duat would actually look. So I don't know if it's actually based on something from a source material or if it's just something where they were like, this is kind of like Egyptian hell, so how about we come up with a way. But I guess it's not 100% accurate, because why would someone who has done good go to the Duat as well? Now that I think about it.
Hoppy nits.
You will pay those.
And Mita, from what you have read, the Duat isn't exactly hell, but it's usually a bad place in the afterlife. You're no expert, of course, this is what you have read. That's fair enough, too. Oh, yeah. But, I'm always curious to see and find out what was the origin of something. Hugo, what is your favorite AC game? I've actually got a top 3 favorites, which would automatically make the top 1 be my favorite, which is AC2. But my second top favorite is Black Flag, and the third top favorite is this game, Origins. I did listen to, I said the thing, and that thing is redacted.
You have come, champion of Thoth. Can you feel it? A monstrous shade is at the gate. It threatens to devour us.
I feel nothing.
A heart, blackened, fetid, so loathsome and heavy. It must have deceived the scales.
No, but the waiting cannot be cheated. All must stand before the judgment of Osiris.
The corruption comes here. It will defile the world. Blight the wheat that makes our bread. Poison the wine we drink. You must stop it. Bayek of Siwa.
How do you know my name?
Your Ren was whispered by Thoth, the knowing one. He breathed it in my ear.
What is the god's will?
There is a ritual, dark and heretical. Unearthed in the time of the son of the Aten and locked away in the Hall of Knowing. You must bring it to me. The corrupted must not come, or all will wither. The corrupted must not come, or...
Yeah, Hugo, so there's a lot of other games in the series I do like, but if I had to choose a top 3, it gets harder when I try to think of, well, what would be my top 4, and top 5, and top 6, and top 10, and all that kind of stuff. So 3 is kind of something that I'm more able to figure out about. Dr. Dunning, the Duat is like purgatory that some Christians believe in, a place where you just wait. Ah, well, that's a good way to put it. Instead of like hell, it's purgatory. That's a good call. Listen, you reminded you to add back your "they said the thing" channel points redemption. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's really good. Hey, Payan. Where did you get those nuts from? Aldi, you said. Enjoy Aldi's nuts.
Yeah, so funny, Arnie. Let me remind you of all the times you were eating all of them without letting me have one. Joke's on you.
Thank you, Sheila, for redeeming those. Nice one. Listen, do you guys ever seen that movie Purgatory? Great movie. Oh no, never mind. It was Tombstone. Oh yeah, I still haven't seen Tombstone. It's on my list to watch though, because it does look like a great movie. Sheila, you know a show called Purgatory. Oh, so there is one called that, is it? Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I've seen anything of that one. I've got 2 ability points I didn't even realize. Shield or blade? None can cheat the weighing, or so Bayek believes, until the blind oracle Nena tells him of a corrupted soul trying to enter the Duat. A dark shade stands at the gates of Tutankhamun's afterlife, bringing with it a poisonous corruption that will taint everything it touches. The blind oracle Nena begs Bayek to help her stop it, and Bayek agrees, even if this means performing a sacrilegious ritual to destroy a man's soul forever.
All will wither.
Hanachero. And Harriet, look at Yahoo!
This is it. A ritual that perverts the weighing ceremony. By the gods, no. This is dark Heka indeed. I hope the Oracle understands the pact she makes.
Lucinda, okay, you were confused. It actually is called Purgatory. It has similar elements, cowboys, Wild West themes. Ah, I got you, Lucinda, yeah. Well, I definitely don't blame you for thinking it might have been Tombstone instead. But that's cool that there's actually like a Wild West movie called Purgatory. It definitely sounds like a title worthy of something like that.
It is a perversion of the Book of Breathing, intended to annihilate a man's ka.
Oh, this cannot be Thoth's wish. To defy Anubis, the Counter of Hearts.
It is true. This ritual is forbidden. Sacrilege. But we must not let the poison seep through the veil.
What would you have me do?
See with my eyes. We must hurry. It might already be too late.
Bayek needs the essence of evil, the scales from Apep, the serpent of rebirth. Having faced the great snake in his dreams, Bayek must now seek out the encircler of worlds again in death. Only the scales of Apep, a true essence of darkness, will stop the corrupted soul from entering the afterlife. So, a lot of the side quests in the afterlives are some form of symbolism or elements of Bayek and his subconscious and all that being projected in the visions and illusions of the afterlives. Might even be some of his fears and certain things like that. Or based on certain memories.
Vestiges of darkness. They are here in the grave of Apep, the encircler.
True darkness seeps from this remnant of Apep. This is enough. I will be glad to leave the welded Zakla at rest.
In Mita, according to what they found in the Egyptian tombs, there was no hell in Egyptian beliefs, but the Duat was the underworld with Osiris as its god, and he would judge people. If they had done bad things, they would be erased from existence, which is considered worse than death. Absolutely, that would be. Like, holy shit. It's like, do you want to be just dying, or do you want to have your entire existence erased? Like, no traces of your existence at all, ever. Kepri's amulet. If he and the oracle are to attempt the forbidden spell, Bayek must find an amulet of protection from the Scarab god. Bayek must climb to the highest peak in the Duat for an amulet of protection against the dark ritual he and the oracle are intent on performing. Will the Scarab god grant his blessing for the sacrilegious rite?
Simba out.
What? A steep ascent to Khepri's shrine. I could reach up to the heavens, touch the god himself.
These scarabs were weighed against the feather of Ma'at during the final judgment. It will protect us from the profane rite we must perform.
Do not stand as a witness against me, Khepri.
Thank you, NPC. The God's Spark. Anubis's champions hold the key to stopping the corrupted soul from entering Tutankhamun's afterlife. The god Anubis breathes his spark into his champions, giving them the power to protect and defend the eternal fields. To complete the oracle's dark ritual, Bayek must take the god's essence from the strongest of his warriors, even if this defies the jackal himself. And Mita, there he is. We hadn't heard in a while. This is true. I'm going to count that one still, even though it didn't go all the way through. But yeah, it had been a while since we heard a high precision Garech. And then we got two not too far apart from each other. So these quests and everything in the afterlife, including the one where I came back and spoke to Ranifer, all this stuff, you can do this after you've dealt with Tutankhamun. The reason I'm doing it out of that order is because it makes it better in terms of like transitioning. So going in and doing all this kind of stuff first, and then going out and then dealing with the rest of the main story, and then because the main story brings you back here anyway to fight Tutankhamun, I just like the idea of doing all the side stuff first in the Duat, so that when I actually do get up to the point in the story where we come back here, then from that point on, it's just main story to main story. But you can do it out of order. Like, you can do this whole section now and then wait, or you can wait until later. The whole thing with the boss fight of Tutankhamun, you can do that before the Ramesses one, even though the cutscene that follows after finishing the Tutankhamun fight is actually the ending of the DLC. You can do that before you even do the Ramesses thing if you want.
Warriors of Anubis. He breathed his divinity into them, made them the guardians of balance. The strongest among them. You must take his potent...
Great wanderer of the endless fields, forgive me.
Oh. Return to me where the Duat begins.
So we're going to see who the person is that's trying to enter the Duat nefariously. And on some level, it's preying on Bayek's kind of like fear, I guess, of this particular character actually being able to be in the afterlife at all, given who he is and what was done and all that kind of stuff. Another one.
I have the things for the ritual. But... is there no other way? To destroy a man's car is...
Do you know how this one tricked Osiris? How they avoided the Devourer, Amit? By using the heart of an innocent, a child. I do not have to tell you what that means, Bayek.
Then let us begin.
The warriors of the Jackal will try to stop us. Do not let them. I invoke you, Lord of Silence. Give us your Heka and your Nechacha. I invoke you, Devourer, Soul Sucker, Punisher. For we seek to banish an unclean soul from this realm. May your name die. May your body decay. You shall be turned back from heaven and earth. Your soul will never stand before Osiris. Thy soul destroyed. Thy body destroyed. Thy car destroyed. Amek Ari Her Emreth Hesed Neter. Amek Ari Her Emreth Hesed Neter. Amek Ari Her Emreth Hesed Neter. The Jackal understands. His guardians will not oppose us much longer. Anubis is angry. Still they come. May you enter the afterlife with your enemy.
Septimius. No! You will not corrupt the field of reeds as you have corrupted me! Apep! Devourer! Come!
These demons, the souls you take, they will not deny you passage. Be at peace. Your heart is heavy no more.
So there we go, Septimius. Septimius thought himself worthy of being able to enter the afterlife because of his love for Egypt and his allegiance that he gave to Egypt. But his allegiance to the Order of the Ancients is more what he was allying himself with. And so this side quest is kind of like the apple creating an illusion based around Bayek's fear that maybe Septimius would be granted passage to the afterlife, or that he would not be punished, you know, for what he had done in life, in the afterlife. Dr. Darling, all you want for Christmas is Alan Wake 2 on Steam. Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll get that in the next 10 years maybe. Listen to you, wish it was that easy. Oh yeah, just say I want this for Christmas, and then boom, you get it. I want $1 billion for Christmas.
Thank you, Living One. You have stopped a great injustice. Anubis will welcome you when your time comes. May you live forever beneath the imperishable stars.
Alrighty then. So, we'll come back to the Duat later. But that's what I wanted to do there now. Yeah, in Meter it is on Epic. They also have an exclusive deal with Remedy. And that means that for now at least it's only available through Epic. So if you don't want to support Epic but you want to play the game, there's no way around that. But I'm sure they eventually will release it on Steam, but it might take a while because Epic actually also was involved in the development of the game as well, not just you know, I guess publishing it, if that's what they are. I always get confused between a publisher and a developer. But yeah, it's currently only on Epic. if you want to get it on PC. There's no Steam release for it yet. Before I continue on, I'll be right back. Alrighty then, so I'm back, and let's apply an ability point. Okay, so this Blood in the Water quest that I was talking about earlier, which I've already done a bit of, now that I've done all of that I've done, we're going to go back to the Blood in the Water quest and finish it out, because when you finish this out, it actually reveals who is behind the curse of the Pharaohs. So as I said before, you could actually do this before doing the whole thing with Ramesses that I did earlier. But because finding out who actually is responsible for the curse leads to the events that take place in that quest, and because of the cutscene that actually happens after, where it's literally like an ending cutscene, that's why I've done them in the order that I have, so I can make sure that that ending cutscene happens as close to the end of the content in the DLC as possible, and not the other way around. Thanks for the welcome back, Enmeter. And that's true, yeah, Assassin's Creed, like, I don't know what it is, if it's the same for other Ubisoft franchises, but certainly Assassin's Creed is like on Epic exclusive in terms of PC instead of, being available on Steam as well. So just to recap what this Blood in the Water quest is about. With Tikon dead, Bayek discovers another is seeking the relic. He heads to Swanet in search of the ship belonging to the mysterious Lotus. The net around the tomb robbers is closing. As the corrupt Greek official Tikon lies dead in the courtyard of his house, Bayek tries to discover what he knew about the relic. What he finds is years of organized thievery and desecration and another who is on the trail of the orb. Bayek's only lead is a ship manifest and the seekers named the Lotus. So in this quest, we travel to Swanet, we followed Tahamet, we found and spoke to the antiquarian, who ended up being Murti. We spoke to her. We found... Oh, hang on, no, this is the other way around. We visited the scribe in Swanet. We found him. We found the ship manifest. We found the Lotus ship. We investigated the massacre on the ship. We reached Murti's villa. We killed the soldiers. We found the red-haired thief. We spoke to Murti. We spoke to the antiquarian, who ended up being Tahamet, and we traveled to Swanet. So now we need to investigate the necropolis of the nobles. Spectrum, you finally got your iced coffee, got distracted. Oh, your green pepper seeds have finally sprouted. It's interesting how much longer they took. Oh, very good. So how long did they roughly take to actually sprout? So it took 2 weeks to the Spectrum? Oh, yeah.
Best not to draw attention here.
Hey now! You failed. Got you! You can't survive this, might as well. Got you! Right, idiot! You'll regret that!
You're going to pay!
The descendants that Bahamut spoke of. Someone is using the orb. A pharaoh.
Hey, what? What? You cannot escape!
Amun. Is this connected to the ritual? People worshipping the relic. Priests of Akhenaten. But the rays are missing. A woman holds the relic aloft. The wife of the Aten, Nefertiti. Did it hold any real power then? Or was it just symbolic? They bring the descendants of Ramesses forward, but the ritual... It is not to the goddess of truth, but dedicated to another god. The twin plumes of Amun. The ritual restores Ma'at to everything under the sky, in honor of the Lord of Thebes, and the god's wife at his side. The priests have the relic.
She has been lying to me from the beginning.
Isidora. She brought down the Pharaoh's curse. Tried to justify it to me. Isidora's argument with Bahamut. Could her own mother be buried here?
So there we go. Isidora, the High Priestess, is the one who has been behind the curse by using the Apple of Eden to create all these illusions that people are seeing and that Bayek's experiencing and everything with the afterlives and all that kind of stuff. So Isidora was the one who's actually behind all of that. You can find this out before even doing that fight with Ramesses. And as I said before, this actually leads to the end of the DLC's story. So you can actually do the end of the DLC story before finishing out the other main quests in the DLC. So all the orders that I've done these quests in is to make sure that the final thing that I do is leading to the final cutscene for the actual DLC. I will be doing other stuff after that cutscene though, because there's some side quests that I have left because they're more related to Bayek himself, and it's a great note to end on with this content. But that quest that just popped up now, a motherless child, we're going to do that, and then we're going to do the rest of the main story of the Curse of the Pharaohs. Hey, Ginger Perks. Hey there, how's things going? Welcome on in. Oh yeah, Origins is going great. I'm going to be finishing the playthrough in this stream. I've been doing this DLC, and then tomorrow I'm going to be starting Odyssey for my annual playthrough of that. But yeah, Origins is going great. I've just been playing on New Game Plus and been doing all the side quests in the main game and the Hidden Ones DLC, and also the Curse of the Pharaohs one as well. Oh, exactly, Lucinda. Yeah, just Ubisoft things. Absolutely. You know, it gets worse when you get to Valhalla because it's like, hey, how about this quest that you can do now, but you won't know the context properly for it until later on? You know, it's like, yeah, good job, Ubisoft. That's a great placement for it. You going good, Ginger Perks? Nice. Oh, that's good. You're playing AC Unity at the moment. It's an interesting one, lots of glitches. Oh, have you? Yeah, I hate when glitches interfere with enjoyment of a game. You raged a bit yesterday on stream due to a difficult quest, but it's a good story. That's definitely fair enough. Yeah, there's definitely missions in games where it just really gets you to your boiling point. So which quest was it that you were doing? I can now mark off the, well, the King of Kings Part 3. So a motherless child is the next quest. And this will give a bit of backstory behind Isadora and why she's doing the things that she's doing. A motherless child. Bayek investigates the untimely and violent end of Isadora's mother, Nitocris, the god's wife of Amun. None are spared, none will find peace. Isadora's mother, the god's wife of Amun, Nitocris, met a violent and untimely end. But even in the death, the Greeks and tomb robbers will not let her rest. Bayek visits her tomb and makes a tragic discovery. It was the quest Paris Stories with a gemstone you had to retrieve, and there were like 10 snipers on the roof with a lot of men on the ground. You think you died a lot to it being over-leveled. Oh yeah. And the snipers in that, like I've literally had Arno get killed by a sniper, even though Arno's body was actually behind something. It still was able to hit him and kill him in one hit when I had low health. They never miss. You swear you had a guy shoot you through a roof. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of unfair things too. Like you can be completely sneaky and throw a smoke bomb right next to an enemy, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're alerted to your presence and everyone comes running. You know? You had a guy shoot you through an NPC. Oh no. And of course the game won't let you do that. If you were to try to shoot through an NPC to hit them, it'd probably hit and kill the NPC as well. And what the other thing is, because every single enemy type has a pistol, so you can be surrounded by like 5-6 enemies, and you're trying to dodge and trying to, you know, attack one, and then you got one trying to shoot at you, you try to roll, and then, yeah. It's just pandemonium.
Merti left offerings here to atone for what the tomb robbers did.
Forgive me, Nitocris. I leave this offering so that your so that your unquiet car will torment me no longer. I took no part in what they did, but my heart is heavy all the same. Merti. Yeah, you're looking forward to combat in Origins because it looks smoother. Hopefully Syndicate is okay too. Yeah, in Syndicate as well, they give you a, like, in Unity you can, if you get the timing right, dodge a shot without doing a roll, but it's one of those sort of like very, very hidden kind of things. But in Syndicate though, an actual prompt appears above your head, and when you press the button at the right time, the character will actually dodge the shot. So they do it, they give you a lot better heads up in Syndicate. Lucinda, they tell you Arno didn't kill civilians, but apparently snipers can. Oh, exactly, Lucinda. You know, or the classic, you know, such and such didn't kill civilians or innocents. I'm like, yeah, well, they did now because I'm just sick of these enemies, you know, or sick of these NPCs.
Isidora's mother sits at the right hand of Amun as the god's wife. An inscription. The god's wife of Amun was revered throughout Egypt. The priests of Amun were held in high regard. A note from Isidora.
Mother, my heart is broken, and even though I know that you have returned to Amun's side, your loss is a dagger in my breast. Sleep peacefully in the field of reeds, Mama, knowing that I will carry on your work.
The tomb robbers murdered Nitocris when she tried to stop them ransacking the tombs. Isidora had to bury her mother. The orb and her mother's legacy was passed to her. She vowed to revenge her, but she never had the means, until now. Then years later, Murti came to try and make amends for what the others did. The true source of the curse. A girl who lost her mother, begging the gods for vengeance.
Alright, so it's time to do this, the Curse of the Pharaohs. Alright, so just to recap, this is the main overall DLC quest. News of another artifact reaches Bayek, but landing in Thebes he finds a city ravaged by a terrible curse. The long-dead pharaohs walk again. After receiving a letter from Amenet with rumors of another relic, Bayek sets off to find it, but as he steps off the ship in Thebes he finds the city under siege. A deadly curse plagues the ancient capital. Long-dead pharaohs return to exact a bloody revenge on the thieves and desecrators who have defiled their tombs. So we travelled to Thebes and spoke with Murti. We investigated the origins of the curse, learned more about the cult's origin. We put Akhenaten to rest. We investigated the black market and found the relic. We put Nefertiti to rest. We spoke to Isidora. We investigated Tikhon's office. We found his villa. And we found the Lotus ship. And so now that we've found out that Isidora is the one who's responsible for everything, we now need to go and assassinate her.
Cheru.
Penachte wird in bed.
I must be careful now. The relic corrupts absolutely. Isidora cannot believe this is the will of the gods.
Ready?
The High Priestess has summoned the army of Anubis to protect her.
I kill you. You will play corpse. Got you. You left it be.
The relic. It is twisting what I see. I must find her.
I'll have your guts out.
As the wife of the Hidden One, she would keep her secrets close. She is trying to finish what her mother started. There is a note. As he restored the god, so can he restore balance.
Restoring Ma'at. The carvings in the necropolis are in ruins, but my mother's notes say that the ritual needs the blood of Usa Ma'at Re, the flame-haired sons and daughter of the King of Kings, and Tutankhamun, as he restored the god so he can restore balance. The relic, it was held aloft by the priests, a ceremonial gesture, nothing more. It did not have power, not the power it has now. Now shall they tremble before the wrath of Amun.
Text on the Ma'at ritual by Nitocris. God's wife of Amun. Could this be Isidora's mother?
Nitocris on the Ma'at ritual. The orb was held aloft, shown to the worshippers in the honor of the living image of Amun, the restorer of the faith Tutankhamun. Could the ceremony alone be enough to deter the thieves who desecrate the tombs? Nitocris, God's wife of Amun.
After Akhenaten's reign, his son Tutankhamun restored the temples of Amun. He gave the orb to the priests. A hidden tomb in the Valley of the Kings. The thieves never found it.
Restorer of the faith. In the Valley of the Great Ones we buried him, he who restored Egypt to the true faith. The son of the Aten became the living image of Amun. We did not have time to build a great tomb, but his rest shall not be disturbed. He shall remain untouched in his house of eternity, cut into the floor of the valley.
She always had the relic.
Absolutely, Bayek. And she used it for not only making people think that there were pharaohs rising from the dead, but also made Bayek feel like he was actually inside the afterlives.
She could kill countless in her misguided quest for balance and truth. Her mother would not want this.
Isadora's letters, the one from Siwa. When he told me that tomb robber was dead, I felt as if the breath had been stolen from my chest. He does Amun's will, my will. Can it truly be that the relic which lay sleeping in her hands is his instrument? It has granted my darkest prayer, punishes the thieves and desecrators. And what of the ritual? With the true power of the relic, balance, harmony, ma'at, it can finally be restored.
She means to finish what her mother started. A ritual to restore ma'at in the hidden tomb of the long-forgotten Pharaoh.
So now we're going to go back to the Duat afterlife. Even though you could do this and then do what I did earlier, the reason I do what I did earlier first is so that when we get to this point, it's just straight up, boom, find out Isadora's the one behind the curse. Boom, do the quest where we find out, what happened to her mother. Boom, come here and try and assassinate her. Boom, do this, and then go and fight Tutankhamun in the Aten as well. Shelley, I hate German internet. It's bad and never works when it should. It sounds like it's a cousin to Australian internet. Because sometimes we get similar things happening as well. Because some government decided that what was originally planned to have the fiber optics going directly to everyone's home should have been abandoned, and instead only make the fiber optic cables go to a certain point, and then the rest of the way to the person's home is the old copper wiring or the old copper connections. Oops, that's the tomb we want. Tomb of Tutankhamun. Sheila Fiber is dark magic for your government. They're like, no, must not have that.
I know what it is like to lose someone you love. But this orb corrupts everything it touches.
Ir nifti in. Ir nifti in. You stalk me like common prey now. Bayek.
Give me the orb. I do not want to kill you.
My mother told me this is our role. To restore Ma'at and put Amun back on his throne. This is why I was born. This is why to hide and watch as they slit her throat. So I would have the strength to do Amun's will.
This is not strength. This is savagery.
Ir nif di in.
This must end, Isidora. You betrayed Amun, our people, your duty. I will not betray mine.
Bayek versus Tutankhamun.
His father, Akhenaten, passed down the orb. Tutankhamun wanted to restore balance, entrusted it to the priests of Amun. But Isidora distorted the ritual in the name of vengeance. She betrayed her own gods.
Schiller, at least you got the game Crooked played lately, Humankind Odyssey, for €10 on sale for Xbox, which is nice. That is really good. That's a good price. Lucinda, okay, right, it's time for you to get your day started. I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Lucinda. I definitely will. Almost to the end. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a great start to your stream. Lucinda is highly recommended. Lucinda is playing through Control for her first time. Is also playing through Dying Light 2 as part of her Techland Zombie Marathon. Is also a big fan of Resident Evil, as well as the Dishonored series, The Last of Us, and Evil Within as well. So Lucinda's a great streamer. Definitely recommend. Thanks for being here, Lucinda. I hope you have a great start to your stream. Oh yeah, that's absolutely no worries at all for the shout out. No worries at all. The wren will guide the way to Stimpy.
Oh. Aher haru? Ahaku!
Die, idiot!
Are you a thief? A desecrator?
Do you steal from the dead?
Thief, you are filth.
Gorge on
Where is
food,
Charles Lee?
Drunken, debauched.
Has anyone seen Gavin?
Amun chose you.
I do not understand. This was my birthright. My revenge. Why did he hear my cry? Why did he give me the power to finish what she started? Only for me to fail.
Amun never gave you power. He gave you a choice.
The feather have my hat? No! My heart is too heavy. Do you believe Amun will protect me?
As easy as it is to do wrong, it is easy for Amun to be merciful.
His wrath passes any moment. His breath comes back in mercy.
May the Hidden One walk with you. The Lord of the Duat awaits.
Put me down. Put me down. I think I could manage on my own.
Can you?
I once thought I had no one left in the world. Now I am a descendant of Ramesses the Great. And I have a family bigger than I could have imagined. Small price to pay. Thank you, Neb. What will you do now with that horror? By Ra's light, I do not want it.
All the more reason you should take it. You, better than anyone, knows what it can do. Bury it, and all memory of it.
All right. But not here. There are no secrets left in this valley.
There must be one more, Sen.
You restore Ma'at, then leave? If that is what you want, then no one will hear of you from me. Hey, Bayek. We will meet again in the Field of Reeds. I will see to it. That is all right. We do not need any help. We will close all of this up in a moment.
I will show what his fate is ultimately. The game doesn't direct you to it. If you've already explored everything, you might be like, oh well, I've done everything now. But there's a location in the game world after you finish the main story of the DLC where you will actually find out what happened to Sutek. Dr. Darling, where is Gavin Lee? Exactly. Who knows? He could be anywhere. I will show that before we do a couple of other side quests that are left to finish things out with. But I've always felt that that cutscene is a bit bittersweet because I love this game a lot, and so when I get to the end of a playthrough, it's like, aww. But the great thing about being a fan of something like this is I can play it again in the future on a replay, which makes it all, you know, oh, cool, you know. So the cycle of looking forward to the playthroughs of these games that I enjoy, and then, you know, finishing them and being like, oh, but then being like, oh, well, I'll be getting to them again eventually. Thank you, Lucinda, for the GGs. Not here at all, nope. Thank you for the GGs, muchly appreciated. So yeah, that whole cutscene that we saw, you can actually get that and do that before you even finish off all the Pharaohs. Like, if you wanted to, you could go and do all that and then go and deal with Ramesses. But because I wanted to basically end the main story with the actual final boss fight with Tutankhamun, it means that I wanted to do the Ramesses stuff first and all other things related to that kind of stuff. Alright, so now we need to go to the Wazet Desert. And I can't remember which spot it is, but it's one of these. Thank you for the GG, Schiller. Muchly appreciated. Might have to make time pass as well. But yeah. Spoiler alert, it's not a good fate for Sutek after all that. The Was It Desert. Yes, it was.
Whoa. Whoa. Ha! Whoa.
Yep, so this is where you find out the fate of Sutek. Thanks, game, for ruining the the dramatic effect of finding Sutek's body.
No. Is this Sutek? He deserved more than this fate. And the relic is gone. I pray to Amun he hid it well.
Rest in peace, Sutek. So after all that, he ends up getting killed. And the whereabouts of the Piece of Eden is unknown. Alright, so the side quest that I've left until last is related to the Master of Secret Things. There's some dialogue that is related to some prophecies and all that kind of stuff, and also some kind of things related to Bayek.
Hier, Haru Tot. Khaneti imtiyu neb abjo. Sa am aya kher ibta gawer. Ayu ereni? Sa
How can I find meaning in their dreams when I cannot clear the mist from my own night's journey?
What did the gods show you?
I stand on the edge of a deep well. I can hear the beating of a vulture's wings, and a man cries my name. I fear that the Greeks took Besa. A well signifies imprisonment.
Would the soldiers dare take the master of the secret things?
The curse carries bad omens with it. People are desperate.
If the Greeks took Besa, it would be to Luxor. I will find him.
Thank you, Neb. May your waking times be bountiful. Be calm! Tell me what you saw as you slept.
A dead king, feasting upon the entrails of my children. Where is Besa? I must speak with the master of the secret things.
He will return, but...
When? Where did he go? The pharaohs haunt our sleeping and waking hours and he leaves Thebes. Even the god Tutu hides. Will no one protect me from these night terrors?
If they took Besa, it is because they fear the dreams the curse brings. If they took Besa, it is because they fear the dreams the curse brings.
Ashila, it's interesting to see that you can find him here. You could say it's random, that it's close to a snake's
calm.
nest.
Tell me
But
what
remember
you...
that the snake is also the name for the Order of the Ancients. So your theory is that the Order of the Ancients took the artifact and ended Sutek. Of course, you have no proof. Oh, that's totally fair. But I mean, that does make sense that the Order of the Ancients, because obviously, when you kill all the Order of the Ancients members in this game, that's not all the Order of the Ancient members across the entire world. So it'd definitely be understandable that there could be some remnant of the Order of the Ancient left in Egypt that is keeping an eye out for stuff like that as well. Master of the Secret Things. Since the curse, more and more have sought the counsel of the Dream Interpreter. But now he is missing and his apprentice Miane has dreamed he is in danger. A bottomless well, a man crying out. Miane is plagued by the same dream, that something terrible has happened to her mentor, the Dream Interpreter Besa. How then can she even hope to understand the night terrors and bad omens of the people of Thebes when her own dreams are so shrouded? Bayek sets out to rescue Besa before it's too late.
A dead king.
Hey there, Sage. Good morning to you. Just doing the
Soldiers defy belief. Would they really take the Master of Secret Things?
Just doing the last bit of content I've got left.
Halt! Your demons will haunt your waking and sleeping hours. You brought the curse down upon us all.
Did Miani send you, Seni?
She dreamed you are in trouble.
It is worse than she knows. But come, we cannot speak here.
Sanep.
Hey, what?
Hey, wait!
Wait a sec.
Let's get the fire going!
Hanichiru.
I knew you would come. As I lay feverish, I dreamed of an eagle soaring high above my cage.
The soldiers were bold to arrest you, Neb.
Their dreams needle them like scorpion stings. But I am more fearful for Miani, her brother Tapti. He stole my sacred dream scrolls.
Why would he do this?
I know not. But last night, I dreamed of him feasting on ears of corn, scavenging in the dust with wild dogs.
An ill omen. Where did he take the papyrus?
He and Miani grew up on a farm east of Thebes. When I took her as my apprentice, he withdrew to the cellar under the house.
Return to Miane. I will find her brother and your texts. Miane's brother will have the truth of this.
Sage, you're like 7 years late. Also played every AC game besides this one, but Xiaojun outfit giving you plus 20% damage and upgrading the skill plus having 20 knives makes your Eevee feel like Desmond with the apple. Oh, hell yeah, Sage. Yeah, and the thing about the throwing knives is that you can literally throw the throwing knife at the head of a main Templar target and it kills them. Whereas in Unity, by comparison, if you shot them in the head, it would just knock them out until you got over there and killed them with the hidden blade. But yeah, the throwing knives can definitely be very, very OP in Syndicate. I did a throwing knife challenge once where I had to play through the game and only use throwing knives. And it was definitely interesting. But if I was to do it again, I'd probably add a few more restrictions in the rules. But having said that, there was only one section where it was really tough because I couldn't get to any shops to actually replenish the stockpile. So I had to rely on the RNG of hoping that when I killed an enemy, I could loot some more throwing knives off of them. Hey there, Ave. The DLC is going great. I've actually finished the main story of it. I've just kept this side quest and the one after it that unlocks as the very last piece of content because it's kind of like a little bit of a... It's kind of... I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's like some prophecies for Bayek that are really, really good to hear for him and, you know, as someone who really likes the character a lot. Sage, you just throw knives to anyone and they one-tap any enemy. Exactly. Oh yeah, Sage. Yeah, they're really cool though. Especially being able to throw them from cover and stuff. Shilla, I like that you have to kill the target with a hidden blade in Unity. Oh yeah, Shilla. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is good that you have to do that. Like, you can't just shoot them in the head and then kill them. But yeah, for that throwing knife challenge, it definitely came in handy to be able to kill them with just the throwing knife.
This does not bode well. Bessa spoke of a cellar Tapti retreats to. Still defending the farm.
Okay, game. You gonna let me control Bayek? No? Okay. Fair enough. Wouldn't let me move him. Sage, damn, did you get the 3 of 3 capacity upgrade? Said you need to find something starts with an S. That's the only thing you're missing. You don't know what it is though, you need to find. I think I would have done, but as for where it is, I think it might be in like a chest somewhere around the game world maybe, I think. Because I did a 100% playthrough of that game recently. But yeah, I can't remember where exactly you get it from though. But I think it's from a locked chest. Hey there, troll. Is it though? Though is it? Though it is? It is though. It though is. Though is it? Thou is though. Through thou thoroughness, thou through thouest.
Bandit raid. At least the farmers fought back.
Again, it's frozen me. What is this glitch, PlayStation? Sage, when you finished Origins this weekend, you were in love with the ending. Top 3 conclusions of the series, Revelations, Origins, and Black Flag. Oh yeah. Yeah. The ending to this game, the base game, is just chef's kiss. Alright, this time I'm just going to investigate the thing that leads to the next progression of the thing. I don't know what this glitch is, but it never happened on the Xbox in all the years I played it on that. That's right, troll. Spontaneous immobilization.
There's nothing here. The bandits must have taken it.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. Game, seriously? Troll a rare condition. It's becoming a constant condition for Bayek in this part of the game, for some reason. Sage, but man, Origins and Odyssey missed out on 2 would have been amazing DLC. Oh, did they, Sage? Yeah. Seeing Alexander the Great in his prime, or King Arthur with the Round Table plus in his prime with Excalibur. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been interesting to see. Troll, why would the bandits not take the papyrus, though? Like, in that age, writing papyrus was worth a lot. That's a good question. They must have been like, yeah, we don't want to use this, not even for toilet paper.
An unhealthy obsession with his sister. But he hid Bessa's scroll under the table. Dapti loved his sister too much. But the dream texts, perhaps the bandits took them to sell.
Troll, well, King Arthur is a fictional figure. Well, that is true. But don't tell King Arthur that, though. He might get upset. Sage, can you explain to you one more time the Alexander the Great inconsistency you caught? Explain it to me like you're dumb. Oh, yeah. So, the game Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, which came out 2 years before this game did, by that point, the Order of the Ancients hadn't been created for the series yet. So, in a document that you find in Chronicles India, it actually talks about how Alexander the Great was backed by the Templars. Fast forward to 2017, when this game came out, the Templars don't exist yet. It's the Order of the Ancients. Alexander the Great is long since dead before Bayek and Aya create the Assassins and the Creed. And before the Templars exist. So because of that, it means that they won't do this, but to fix the inconsistency, they need to go into Chronicles India and retcon the mention of the Templars and change it to Order of the Ancients. There we go. But I didn't actually read that until my recent playthrough of it, and before that, the last time I read it was before this game even came out. So it was a piece of information that I may have read at the time when I first played it in 2016, but by the time I played this game, it was out of my mind, and then years passed, and then boom, the most recent playthrough of India, when doing 100%, I unlocked the document that mentions Alexander the Great being backed by the Templars. And I was like, oh, this now has to be changed because Origins makes it that the Templars didn't exist yet. Troll, multiple timelines. Multiverse is real. Yeah.
And now.
But no.
Die,
There's no
my
alternate timelines in AC universe.
Mine! Give up! Got you!
Hey! I see you!
Stop! I see you!
Sage, you thought he switched sides?
I should return to Bessa and Miane.
Thought he switched sides or something? Alexander the Great, Caesar, and King Arthur, or Templars, Order of the Ancients. Yeah, I don't know what they would do King Arthur as. Whether he would be an Order of the Ancient member or a hidden one, or just neutral. Because the Order of the Ancients existed before the hidden ones did, so... Troll, Cassandra timeline is the worst timeline. It's all one timeline. Which Caesar, Augustus or Julius? Julius Caesar. Who knows? Not too sure myself. Troll, well, Julius Caesar was not actually an emperor. He wanted to be, I guess. But he didn't have enough dark side powers. He couldn't do force lightning. Yeah, Troll, he was not the Senate. This is true. Sage, this is from the AC Wiki. Oh, about King Arthur being an Order of the Ancients member. Nothing is true. Everything is dark side. Emperor Palpatine is the cousin of Emperor Ovaltine.
The eagle returns.
With your scrolls, Bessa.
My brother. He's dead, isn't he? I bent my face to the ground, heard his voice under the endless sands. Betrayal. Betrayal. Thank you, Eagle. I do not know if this was the curse or fate, but he was my only family.
I am sorry, Miane. But whatever he did, he loved you deeply.
The curse, it comes for those whose conscience weighs heavily upon the Miane. They dream of reed boats drifting from the shore.
Keep safe, Bessa. Miane, these are dangerous times.
Your journey is not yet done. Return to me when your living feet have walked where none should.
My brother's letters. I did not know he felt so strongly.
Your loss is great, Miane.
My brother's letters. I did not know he felt so strongly.
Your loss
I saw
is
you
great,
in my slumbers. You alone have returned from the Duat.
You saw this? Het and his wife, Ramesses' son, Kui's gods, Septimius. I was there, but I did not truly understand.
Then perhaps with the blessing of Thoth, I can guide you through the chaos. A warrior, answering Anubis' call, sacrificing love for duty. But you and your beloved will not be parted in the eternal fields. A son, defiant, refusing to walk the path gouged in the sand by his father's feet. A leader is not a tyrant, Bayek. Caesar, Ptolemy, Flavius, oppression, fear. You may work in the dark, but you serve the light. An old man forsaken and fearful, but every day you honor the gods in your words, your deeds. Their lessons cannot slip through your fingers like 1,000 grains of sand. The foul heart, corrupt, fetid. This is not your fate. You will enter the Duat without your enemy, Bayek, and you will find serenity.
Thank you, Bessa. This is a comfort.
I love that cutscene. The beloved that he's referring to is Amanet.
You have come to consult with the Master of Secret Things? I will tell you what I have seen as I slumber. I saw you standing under a shining moon. You will find forgiveness at the end of your path. The dead need us to listen. I could hear them calling when I put my face to the ground. One will come from the land of the Gazelle. 2 fathers born of earth and air, like Osiris. He will die and live again, enshrouded in ancients. You plunged into the icy waters. The absolution you seek, it will come.
Troll, Emperor Plantain, he really likes bananas.
Like Arctus, we become others, decide their fates, as does the creator Amun. Choices, paths, they are puppets in our play. Chittering and swarming from the Stygian waters, bringers of death, but Alexander's namesake will halt their tide. I see men, standing upon the plain of Khonsu. They claim the shifting sands for a new order of the ages. Amun dissolves the ordered world and returns us to the waters of chaos. Only the Creator will remain, and so shall we be resurrected. Men seeking wisdom, they hide in the temple of the 10th son of David. They will pit themselves against the Hidden Ones. The wisdom of Thoth will thread throughout the world on the silk of spiders. Osiris in the statue. He regards me with his ageless eyes and sees everything. Stronger, faster, more knowing. Does he mean to harm us? In the land of the bulls captive, they will rear a fearsome beast. It will shake the land on its axis, rain down fire from the sky. Chittering and swarming from the Stygian waters, bringers of death, but Alexander's namesake will halt their tide. I see men, standing upon the plain of Khonsu. They claim the shifting sands for a new order of the ages. The wisdom of Thoth will thread throughout the world on the silk of spiders.
Our sage, our troll, he's sea men. Sage, King Arthur was a Romano-British leader who defended his people against the Anglo-Saxons, which led to him getting help and becoming the leader of the Order of the Ancients. So where did they actually get that from? Like a comic book or a novel? Or maybe there's something in Valhalla that references it or says something about it. Oh, if you could whisper that link through, that would, so it was from Valhalla? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, because I, never actually got Excalibur, I don't think. Or maybe I had seen it, or whatnot. But yeah, I wonder why he would be part of the Order of the Ancients for. But then again, you could take anyone from history and put them into whatever side you want in the AC series. But I wonder what their thought process was. to make King Arthur an Order of the Ancients member. Thanks for redeeming that random Assassin's Creed quote, Troll. Papo, what is best in life? To seek justice and truth, to live with honor, to protect the weak and the poor, and to love your mother. My friend Kenon said it was to crush our enemies and to hear the lamentations of their women. We are Medjai, son, not barbarians. That's from this game. That's one of the flashback audios that you can hear in the Stone Circle parts of the game, which is a reference to Conan the Barbarian. Dr. Darling, wrong impression. Yeah, but in the game itself, Khemu doesn't do an Arnie impression when he says the dialogue. So I was sticking to how it was said. Well, roughly. I can't do an accent. I can't speak like Bayek and Khemu can, but yeah. It may be from an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but I was redeeming it as a quote. Assassin's Creed. Sage, just send the link if you want to take a quick peek. You've read so much stuff on there you never knew, and that's got to be a top 5 read. Yeah. I mean, sometimes Wiki can be a bit, like Wikis in general can be a bit, you don't know sometimes what has been made up by someone and what actually has proof in like one of the games or something. But it can be a good resource as well. Troll, great. Conan the Barbarian reference. Absolutely, really was. Okay, so when I do my playthrough of Odyssey, there will be no way to do a leap of fail. So, because I've deactivated the channel point redeem now, and it won't become active again until I get to Valhalla, I'm going to give a free leap of fail as the final leap of fail until we get to Valhalla. And there we go. That is the final leap of fail until we get to Valhalla. Troll, true, you can't die from fall damage. You definitely can't, no. Kind of makes it a bit hard to do a leap of fail in Odyssey. Alright, so I'm going to finalize things before ending the playthrough. Troll, have you ever thought about playing these games in chronological order. I have,
innocent.
but I don't know if I'd ever do it because I prefer to play them in the order I do them for the annual playthroughs. And because there's so many games in the series that I play, there would be 2 lots of marathons in 1 year. So, yeah. But it is an interesting thing, interesting concept to do it like that. Nisu. Shem Ami Nisu. Sage, where will Bayek be left at? I'm going to find a spot and do photo mode. Troll, Odyssey is technically the first game, right? As in Cassandra was first. Yeah, in terms of timeline, she was born the earliest out of all the protagonists in the series that you play as. Alright, gonna wait till Senu gets on Bayek's shoulder. I mean, she had a good 2,300 year run. That's true, Troll. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Sage, Odyssey doesn't count according to your frontal lobe. That's fair enough, Sage. Yeah, that's definitely fair enough. Troll, not sure you follow. Bayek needs a shave. It was funny because for the most of the playthrough until this DLC, I had him clean shaven. But I thought I'd give him a beard just to make it different for this DLC content. But which... Oh, Sage's comment. You're not sure you follow. Sage, Odyssey got excommunicated by the Sage Church. Okay, so this is where I'm going to say goodbye to Bayek for another playthrough. It was great to replay this game again. But that is the playthrough, my annual 2024 Assassin's Creed Origins playthrough done. Did the main game content and did all the side quests, did the DLC hidden ones and all the side quests, and did all the side quests and that in this game as well. In this DLC as well, I should say. So I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. We're going to go and raid out to Lucinda, who is playing Control for the first time. Before we do that, though, just want to give some shout-outs. Would like to highly recommend people check out the following streamers. Crocodiles, who's doing a playthrough of Far Cry Primal. He's doing a big, massive project where he's playing multiple games across multiple genres and franchises in timeline order. So he's gone all the way back to millions and millions of years ago with Ancestors, A Humankind Odyssey, and he finished that playthrough, and now he's on to Far Cry Primal, and he's going to move his way through various games across multiple genres and franchises until he gets to a game or games that are set around in the 1940s. So it's a big, big project that he's doing. He's also a massive fan of Assassin's Creed, so those games will be part of that as well. Shillerlock is also highly recommended. He's a big fan of Assassin's Creed as well. He's doing his annual series run at the moment, currently playing through Assassin's Creed Unity. He's also a fan of the Dark Pictures series of horror games, as well as the Mafia games. Also would like to highly recommend people check out Ginger Perks. Ginger Perks is playing through Assassin's Creed Unity for her first time, is also a fan of games like Baldur's Gate 3, as well as the Dark Souls series, and many more. A big fan of RPGs and horror games as well. Also highly recommend checking out Red Ginger Cat, who has been doing Islands of Insight, and Shaky Johnson, who has been doing WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Indeed, Troll. A salute. Such a great character, Bayek. It's a shame that we never got an actual sequel with Bayek and Aya in it. See you next time, Sage. You have a good one. Troll, shout it out loud. Excellent. Oh yeah, Schiller, no worries at all for the stream and for the shout out either. Absolutely no trouble at all. So here is a general raid message that people can copy and paste. And I've also got one that I'll put in for subscribers. I'm going to be swapping out the Bayek and Aya emotes for Cassandra and Alexius for my Odyssey run. Which is what you will see me streaming when it's Wednesday for me. And Dr. Darling, not Elpenor. Yeah, not going to have an emote for Elpenor. But yeah, we'll be meeting him, of course. There we go. So I just want to thank everyone so much for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. The next stream you'll see from me will be Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you see me streaming that, then you know it's become Wednesday. I've changed the schedule so that Mondays through to Thursdays is now Assassin's Creed streams. Fridays will now be Alien Isolation, doing a playthrough to celebrate its 10th anniversary, a Phase 2 run. I've already done Phase 1 earlier this year for it. So I'll be doing a different kind of approach, which I'm going to reveal when I get to the end of Thursday's stream of Odyssey, and then on the weekend we'll be back to Splinter Cell as well. Ave, thanks for the stream, Rod. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much, Ave. I definitely will. Thanks for joining too. I hope that you have a good rest of your day as well.